It's a great day. It's May 6, 2015. It's a day to remember here in downtown Winston-Salem. It's the day that the Mast General Store will open right here on Trade Street.
All right.
There's so many people to thank, so many people to recognize. I want to start with one of the groups that makes downtown happen every day, and that is the many storefront and business owners, restaurant owners, every single person that works in all of our downtown businesses. They believe in our downtown. They've seen our growth. They have had jobs grow. Our entire city has taken pride in the change that we have had occur in our city, and I want to give all of them a round of applause because this is built on their investments, many, many different investments. This is what brings it all together. Let's give them a big round of applause. I hope I say this enough, but downtown is for everyone. We want everyone throughout our community to come down to this store and take pride in our downtown in whatever pursuits that they decide to take on. Some of the things that we're trying to do is to make our streets cleaner. This past year, we started a clean team. They're working very hard. We're doing more marketing than we've ever had done before. What we're doing is raising the bar for our community. The thing that we need to do is to continue to grow, pursue, and I hope that this is just one step on the continuum of growth for downtown, our city, our county, our region, and our state. I'm so happy to be the 10th location for Mast General Stores, and I want to thank the people that support me, all of my board members and all of my partners. And if all of my board members could raise your hand just real briefly, I want to thank all of you on the Downtown Partnership Board. You're never going to meet a more dedicated group of people than my board of directors and all the people that work with me. There's so many people that we could thank, and I know that there's going to be a lot more thank yous. It's my honor to be able to work every day on behalf of downtown Winston-Salem, but I realize that it's part of an overall goal. There's a number of people that just every day work very hard. I personally want to thank Derwin Page and Lee Garrity. I know that they'll be thanked later. I know they're over here to my left, but these guys work very hard. All the other city staff members and all the work that they've done to help make this day a reality. Our city council, most of them to my right here, supported this project from the beginning in downtown. And they deserve so much of the credit that sometimes goes other places. And I just want to thank all of them, as well as our mayor, in one large applause. We have 4 wards that come into downtown and merge right here. We actually have several different areas. I want to recognize now and ask to come to the podium the East Ward Council member, Mr. Derwin Montgomery.
Good morning, Winston-Salem. Good morning. I am reminded today of the words of the poet Langston Hughes. And as we come on this close to Mother's Day weekend, he said in his poem, Mother to Son, he said, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had tacks in it and boards torn up and splinters and it's been bare. But all the time I've been reaching on and turning corners and reaching landings. So boy, don't you sit down on the steps because you find it kind of hard. Don't you turn back now, but you keep going on because life for me ain't been no crystal stair. When I think about today, when I think about what we see in downtown Winston-Salem, it has not been a crystal stair in putting together the pieces of this puzzle to make what we see happen today. It has taken the hard work and dedication, those who were willing to go it in the dark, where it didn't seem as though things were going to happen. Those who were willing to go when it got difficult. those who are willing to build and invest when things didn't seem logical to build and invest. But with the support of partners that come together to make this happen for us here today, we can say that we are moving in the right direction, and we have made an investment because we decided to do what all the time did not seem popular, but what was right to be done for this community and for this time. So today we stand on our laurels to say what we see today. We're so grateful for the investment of Mass General. We're so grateful for the leadership and the vision of all who've come together to make this happen. So this is a celebration not just for Mass General. This is not just a celebration for Trade Street. This is not just a celebration for downtown, but this is a celebration for the city of Winston-Salem. And we must all celebrate this because this means we are all doing the right thing together. So again, thank you.
Thank you, Derwin. Good morning, everybody. I'm Alan Joins. It's my honor to serve as the mayor of the city of Winston-Salem, and as my colleagues on the council know, you have your good days and your bad days as an elected official. Today's one of those good days. We're delighted just to be here to welcome to our city this wonderful new institution of Mass General Store. And John Cooper and Fred and other members of the staff, let me just first start off by saying thank you for having faith in our community and putting this your 10th store here in Winston-Salem. I know it's going to be a wonderful success. Let me introduce my colleagues that are with me today. Councilmember Molly Light from the South Ward, Councilmember James Taylor from the Southeast Ward, our Mayor Pro Tem Vivian H. Burke, Councilmember from the North Ward Dee Dee Adams, Councilmember from the Southwest Ward Jeff McIntosh, and we have. I don't know if our other two council members are here, but we're delighted to be here today. You know, we have worked hard on this part of our downtown. I remember, Councilmember Burke will remember, in 1983, we put in these brick sidewalks and these light posts here, and I had a lot of people call me and said, why are you wasting that money up in that area? If you remember this area in those days, it was a pretty tough area. But look at it today. It's a thriving part of our downtown, a thriving part of our city, and Mass General Store coming here to this part of it, in my opinion, will complete the mosaic of this wonderful arts district, the mosaic of a thriving, successful downtown area. And I want to congratulate Jason Thiel and the Downtown Partnership as well. So today, as Councilmember Montgomery mentioned, we are here to celebrate a special day in the life of Mass General Store, but a special day in the life of Winston-Salem. And 10 years from now, we may look back on this day as the day we really downtown picked up again in terms of retail stores, and we think that this event, this store will have a tremendous catalytic impact on the rest of our downtown and the city as a whole. I want to pause right now and ask Mayor Pro Tem Vivian H. Burke to make a couple of comments. Councilmember Burke.
Good morning again. It used to be a program on TV and it would say, oh, how sweet it is. This is a sweet morning. I want to say to the young folks, I'm looking at you. Years ago when I came to Winston-Salem, I would come downtown every day. And I especially would come on Sunday. Years ago, you won't understand this. And I said to the people who I work with, one day I will be a part of saying how this city will be managed. They say, you must be crazy. You know you're not going to have anything to do with downtown. Your children don't understand why they said that, but the older ones understand why they said that. But I kept on. I kept on looking at this city. Anywhere you go, and you go to a place, it is your place. And you children are the ones I'm especially talking to, and the younger ones, because Winston-Salem, North Carolina is one of the leading cities in the country. Winston-Salem, North Carolina is a place that people want to come and live and bring their families. So I want to say to all of you who support downtown, we understood some years ago it wouldn't be like it was when the shops were just booming. People went out to the shopping centers. But I want to say to the downtown people who had the confidence, and the members who are not here, who was on the Board of Aldermen, the City Council, and to the present City Council people. And I want you children to understand I'm the authority on this board. I'm the one. I am the one. I'm the authority. I want you to know that this is a day. And to Chris Mack, who assists me, thanks for picking me up, bringing me down here. Some things I don't do anymore. To Mr. McNeil, thank you for making sure that the public, as well as the city of Winston-Salem, Channel 13, will see this historical moment. So Mayor and council members and all of you gathered here, I say thank you, and God bless all of us.
Thank you, Councilmember Burke. It's now my honor and privilege to introduce to you John Cooper, the chairman of the Mast General Stores organization. John and I have been friends for many, many years as we served on the board of visitors at Appalachian State University Business School. And Ken Peacock, former chancellor of Appalachians, out here in the audience. Ken's glad to have you here. And Ken's moved back to our city as an example of what Councilmember Burke was saying. He's going to come to Winston-Salem. So please join me in welcoming John Cooper and Mast General Store to Winston-Salem.
I am just humbled by the size of the crowd here, and I want to thank, first of all, Mayor Joines, Councilmember Montgomery, and Mayor Pro Tem Burke, and Jason for the kind words. We are so excited to be here. My role before we cut the ribbon, and being a retailer, we're anxious to get people in the store. And I'm glad you're in the shade and I'm in the sun, because you can be a little more patient with me. I have a lot of people to thank, but before I do, you always are in a chance of leaving people out. But I want to thank everyone for being here, for those who helped me in my life in the past, for those who have helped make and pave the way for us to be here, for all the things that you have done to help get the Mast store here. Thank you all. I appreciate it. All of us with the Mast General Store, and we've got quite a large staff that are here today, not just from Winston-Salem, but from a lot of our stores to help us today, are honored to have been invited to this great downtown and wonderful community. Winston-Salem is actively reinventing itself to be a beacon of arts and innovation for the region and for the state of North Carolina. This is a very big project for a company, for an organization the size of Mast Store, and we could not have made it happen without the formation of many partnerships. So I'd like to take just a few minutes to thank quite a few people that have helped make this happen, and then we'll get on to the ribbon cutting. Mayor Joines and his administration and staff for all the services of this city. Without their leadership, we would not be at this point today. So let's give the mayor a big round of applause. To the Winston-Salem City Council, including Jeff McIntosh, Robert Clark, Dan Bessie, Molly Light, James Taylor, Derwin Montgomery from the East Ward, where our store is located, Vivian Burke, and Denise Adams. Thank you all for all you have done. And to Lee Garrity, the city manager. Lee, are you here? I think you are. There's Lee. Thank you. And Derek Page, Greg Turner, and Ben Rowe, assistant city managers. And I also want to thank the inspections team that has worked with us to help get the doors open today, and for listening to our vision and responding with their support. I want to especially thank Jason Thiel and all of the downtown Winston-Salem partnership team, including board members and staff. These folks are making a huge difference in this community, so let's give them a round of applause. And I want to thank our construction team, the Mashburn Construction. Harry and Lee Mashburn are here today. Thank you for making this, I think what you will agree is a beautiful space in downtown Winston-Salem. Let's give them a round of applause. And our architect, David Gall, and I see David back there. And David, I met years ago when he was doing a project for us and restoring the original store. And he was the only one of the architects we interviewed that said, well, let me get my work suit on and crawl under the store to see what needs to be done. And he said in the process, he said, have you ever thought about Winston-Salem? I said, nobody's ever asked us. And Jason Thiel, I think he called the next week and said, why don't you come to Winston-Salem? We got some buildings. And that was a long process. That was in 2006. And so here we are today, almost 9 years later, but so excited to be here. I want to continue thanking folks, the folks at Wells Fargo. Quite a few of them were here last night who helped finance this project and have been our banking partners for many years in our business. To Tom Prareshi and Jeff and his team at U.S. Development for their partnership in making this a mixed-use development, creating 47 apartments. We love having people live downtown. Many of you live downtown, I know, and it's a great experience, I'm sure, to be in this vibrant downtown. There's one person that has been here from the very beginning and works for us, and I can't help but acknowledge him. He listened to the building and the story that it needed to tell. He translated all of it for us into what is, I think, truly a Mast General store. It's indeed an honor and a pleasure to work with our store designer, Jeff Meadows. Jeff. And he couldn't have done it without the young man to his left, Terry Moore, who has been with us for 22 years. And he helped oversee from our end the construction of the store with the Mashburn team. And he worked with our shop to fabricate what we couldn't find in old fixtures. So I think when you walk inside, you'll see that I have to thank these guys for the great job they've done. And I want to give a special thanks to our neighbor for his guidance from the very beginning. That's Mike Coe. Mike, from the beginning, the acquisition of the property to the completion of the project, Mike has been a great partner, a great friend, and a great help to us. And he has great vision and leadership for this community. So let's give Mike Coe a round of applause. I also want to thank, I'm getting close. I also want to thank our next door neighbors, the Urban League, for their assistance and certainly their patience with us in getting this done. And thank you very much. I saw several of the people from the Urban League last night, so thank you for being here and being a part of what we're making happen today. And lastly, I want to thank all of our business neighbors for putting up with the mess that we created, for putting up with the closed Trade Street for the few bit of hours this morning that it will be closed, and particularly for making us feel welcome in this community, and for their support and of course their warm welcome. But I also want to thank them for helping pave the way, for making this a better place to live, work, and shop. And so let's give our business neighbors a big round of applause. So at this point, I would like to invite my wife Faye up here. She's been my partner from the beginning. You want to say something, Faye?
Just very briefly, I would like to say that this is very close to the anniversary of 35 years ago when John Cooper and I arrived in Valley Cruces, North Carolina to begin our journey. It's been a wonderful journey, and without all of these fabulous Mast store people to help us out along the way, we would not be here. Today we have our daughter Lisa, who has been by our side from the very beginning, Lisa Cooper. And I also want to introduce the president of our company, Fred Martin. Fred's been with us for Fred has been with us for over 30 years. So we are extremely blessed. We feel so welcome by the city of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. It's been a fun and favorite place of ours for a long time, and we're delighted to be here. We welcome you into the Mast General Store shortly, as soon as we cut that ribbon.
So I would like to invite the mayor and the council members, Jason Thiel. I'd like to invite our store manager, Zach Lale, if you haven't met Zach. And I think I was supposed to invite somebody else up, Jeff Meadows and Terry, to help cut the ribbon. And let's get the doors open. And Roger Maxey. Roger's our director of stores and has a lot of background and knows a lot of people in Winston-Salem. He's been here, lived here a long time. But thank you all for being here again. We're so excited. I hope you'll come in the store afterwards.
Can you scrunch in a little bit more?